Hello, I'm gonna show you a build for eldrith blast warlock to uh, hit for a farm from distance. We'll show you the first leveling build. Just a tip, it's an easy build. So you select warlock, cantrip, eldrith blast is your main damage skill. If you go by charisma, it's very good, it scales a lot in the game. Then the second cantrip I will choose is friends, it's super OP. On early game, every conversation you can have with an NPC, you can use friends, and because it's a cantrip, it doesn't use a spell slot. Then the subclass, we got 3 subclass on warlock. First one is the Fiend. I think is the best one, because every time you kill something, you get extra hit points, temporal hit points. Then on the second one, every time you make a crit, all the creatures around the creature that's the crit has to make a check about being frightened. It's somewhat okay, but the extra hit point is better on early game, at least on tactician difficulty. And the last one is Archfray. You gain the one skill that is on short red. It's like regular. Then for a spell, we'll choose Fiend, and for a spell I would recommend taking Headfuse the Book, because it's a reaction, and you will already throwing eldrith blast most likely, and if they reach you melee you can use that to kill an enemy. And the other one is Hex. Hex, it's a concentration spell. You debuff an enemy of one stat and you do extra damage. So the thing is, you use Hex as a bonus action, and then you cast Eldritch Blast on the enemy from afar. And then for abilities, this is the recommended build. It's very balanced, but if you want just to be min-maxing, thing is to lower wisdom and put like this, but it's not to my liking, because I don't recommend going for min-maxing. Just keep in mind that charisma is your main stat, and constitution is for the concentration saving throws for HP, intelligence is for some check. Here you can see your skill, and you can see that this skill you got proficiency to go for intellecto, charisma. So you're gonna get these 3 things high. Dexterity is for initiative at combat, so it's okay to get a 12, but shouldn't worry about that. That's we need for level 1. The race you can choose whatever. It's a standard human build. It's a human. Then for level 2, you got another spell. Here I just recommend taking Armor's Agat is okay, but you have to be hit on melee, so it's not so good. So I recommend Command. It's very good. You just can command weapon to don't do anything, or just to draw their weapon on or go prone. It's very good. And then for every incantation, like I said on the build, Repelling Blast. So your Eldritch Blast can push enemies off of cliffs or move enemies. You can even move giant enemies that you can move with another thing in the game. And Agonizing Blast, so you add your charisma bonus to the Eldritch Blast. The build is focusing on that. We won't replacing a spell on level 2. The thing that Eldritch Blast push enemies is a passive skill. So you can toggle it off and on as you want. If you don't want to throw someone off, just go to passive in combat and unclick it. Then for the next level, you got 2 options. This is Mystic Step. It's very good to position yourself on high ground combat. Or you got Scorching Ray. It's very good to do boost damage. Normally choose to put Mystic Step is better because you can use, even when you surround by enemies, you don't give them a attack opportunity. Then you got the thing, 3-pack. First pack is the summon. You can summon an imp, or an animal, or a quasic. I normally use the imp because to annoy enemies, and then the enemies even on tactician they focus the imp before focusing you. Pack of the blade, you can summon a blade that is bound to you and give you one extra attack. It's not for this build, this is for melee. And Pack of the tongue gives you skills that you can use during the day. It's a warlock slot with recharging on rest. This is the cantrip, but we're gonna be using Eldritch Blast, so you don't need a cantrip. And the thing with guidance, that this guidance, a difference from the cleric one, is concentration, so you don't want that because use the concentration on hex. So we'll go for part of the chain to summon the imp. Then you don't replace any spell. Then on level 4, use another cantrip. Blade War is semi useful. It lasts 2 turns and makes you take less damage from all melee attacks. If you don't want that, you can take Bone Chill to avoid enemies from healing because it's a necrotic damage and make them other moves that they cannot heal in 1 turn. And for the spell, we take now Scorching Ray because we took Mystic Step earlier. And for feat, Warlock goes to Charisma. I recommend taking 2 Charisma improvement to get, Resilient. With Resilient, you can choose Charisma, so we got the 18 bonus, and we got saving throw, or we can take the ability improvement to get 19 Charisma, and if you do on the Ferak, the hack thing, you can get an extra 1 if you defeat the hack. It's a Untogether quest, so you shouldn't miss that. It's 1 extra stat point, is very good to get the bonus. Also on the Act 1 you should be around level 4 when you kill it. Then on level 5 we getting an extra attack with the Eldritch Blast. So also you can use 2 Eldritch Blast per turn, and we get access to more spell. I recommend getting Counter Spell because it's a reaction, and it's very good because you can choose what spell you want to counter. If for any invocation now you got several options. If you're going with no armor, no light armor, you can take Armor Shadows to give you 3 more AC. Or you can get proficiency on Perfection, Affection, and Persuasion. That's your choice, but and the things I recommend is Devil's Sight to see on the darkness, or Armor Shadow to get more AC if you're not using light armor. Devil's Sight I think is way better because enemies try to blind you normally. And so you can use a slow, but the slow is concentrating on spell, so you don't want to do that. And then you go to level 6. Level 6 should be the end of the first act. And you got a passive skill that one time per sword red you get a D10 for a 1 check, ability check. Then you get another spell. Here I recommend taking Firewall. You can take Fear, but Fear is so many range, and because this build is ranged, you take Firewall. This is way better. I think it's self-explained. With this tip you should be able to do the Act 1 Now at level 7 you should be entering Act 2. And for a spell, you should take a Wall of Fire. It's concentration, you lose Hex, but it's an AoE spell. You can put in a zone and enemies will take a tons of damage. Other option that you got is taking Blight, but it's you have to be near the target. Or Dimension Door to move. For Eldritch Invocation now we got access to more invocation. These are concentration spells that you see the names. You don't want that. Confusion and concentration also. Polymorph is also. So now you can take the armor, or you can take Speak with Animals. Speak with Animal is good. Normally you can use Potion or Scroll, but that is good to take. Then at level 8 you got more access to spell. So now, because we take Firewall, we take Blight now. And on feet, we already took Charisma. We got 19 on Charisma, and if we got the 8 Hagetel, we got 20. So now we take a Spell Sniper, because it gives you 1 less to crit. And it can stack. And gives you an extra cantrip. I just take necrotic damage just in case the enemy heal. Or you can take Shocking Grasp and you can use at melee range with no penalty, but that's your choice. Then at level 9 should be like the end on F2. Should be the 9 and 10 depending on how many side quests you do. So I normally took here. You can take Cone of Call is very good, but it's on melee range. You see 9 meter. 5 strike is way better. And here you got this. Well, warlock spell slot you can summon an elemental to aid you in combat. So the thing is you got the imp and you got the elemental to put before you. So the enemies have to focus them instead of focusing you. And then level 10 should be the start of Act 3. You got another country. Yes, your choice. I mean, you can use the main hand to throw things or move things. At this point I don't care matter what country, because you don't use them. And for a spell, you got Flight with concentration to move. You also got 5 shield, is very good if you're on melee range, but you don't need that. So now, if you want, you can take another damage one. Shatter to push, or I think it's better just to take Dimensional Door in case you need. Or even take them off course, because there are many courses on Act 2 and Act 3. Now, people normally multi-class, but this is a full warlock build. So at level 11, so you can take 1 level 6 spell. Circle of Death is a big AoE, big damage. It's instant, it's good. This get a gateway between 2 points, so your whole thing can move, but it's concentration, so beware of that. I bite is the same, it's concentration, but if you're far away, you can use a fair or sleep every time. Flesh to Stone is okay because you make an enemy convert to stone and they die, but they got 3 try to save themselves with save throws, so not very good. You can also choose Create Undead to get another minion. It's a mummy, the minion. It's several okay, the elemental is better, so I normally take Circle of Death, it's way more powerful. And for a spell you got another choice, so to take another. So this is kinda your preferable choice. I mean, just take what you like for the build, because we're all normally using eldritch blast. And now the last level 12 is the maximum on the game. You got another spell. As I said before, we're not very much using them. And you got another thing. This new thing, like Drinker, is your own melee with the other build. This is not the build. So you can take enchanted lead spell. Okay, maybe you think it's bad, but this is very useful because your jump distance is incredibly long distance, and it's become very useful in F3, especially in the last fight. And you get another feat. So now you should be 20 on charisma with on the other thing, and if you take, and you can take another one, so you can take Warcaster, so they can interrupt your concentration spell, for example, or you can take Resident, so you'll be 21 charisma, but instead you got the other thing, you are 20. That's up to you. I normally take this because on F3 you got another chance to get extra stats, so you can get to 24. Because there is an item that gives you 2 charisma, and so you can get more slots. Can get more slots here for the classes. Elemental is not good because you can choose force. Eldritch Blast is 4 damage. This is elemental. You can take that for 5, but it's not recommendable. You can also take this for HP. If you see that you got low HP. Or you can take that because Warlock got low initiative because he got low dex. Or you can take that even just to put 16 or another stat. That's more likely your choice. And with that, normally in the build, you normally want to do Hex and Eldritch Blast spam on the enemy while you read and summon encounter them. As you can see, you can summon all these things. The imp is the useful one. And the elementals are here, so I normally use the water elemental because it's make water surface and the enemies can go prone with them. Earth elemental is very bad. It's AoE around him. And air is also bad, so you have to choose fire or water. All the elemental got the teleport thing. They can move. And con attack. But the enemy will focus your summon before you.
Looking ahead.
And for your build, you should be focusing on defensive stats. You can well a shield when you got the stuff if you want. Oh, and also another thing passive from Warlock is that you got this at level 10. You choose one type of damage and you take half from it. So if you combine this with the iridescent stuff that you got on at 1, you take less damage from 2 things, poison and fire. And if you got also the poison ring, you can put defensive resilience on another thing and you take 3. For example, you put on necrotic damage. You can see now you take reduce the time for 3 things. You can see I got 23 of charisma. So let's conclude the guide. Thank you for watching.